What is good, NBA fans? Welcome into another week of Dropping Dimes. Today, we've got the annual tradition of All-Star Draft Selection Show, where I pit myself against a guest, and whoever's team scores the most points wins after the All-Star game. And we have a very special guest on today's show. So for those joining in the chat, we hope you enjoy today's festivities. And with no further delay, without further ado, the one and only, join me today on Dropping Dimes, Mr. John Rocha. How are you, sir?
What's up, man? I'm good. I'm excited. It's the NBA draft. It's the All-Star weekend. I love All-Star weekend. Get to see these players, get some more intimate time with these players, get to see their skills, have fun with each other. When you put down the armor, you put down the swords, and you just kind of hang out with each other and remember why you love basketball. So I'm excited to be on. Love the opening music. I haven't heard the opening music in a bit, so nice to hear it. Nice mixture of Marv Albert. Yes, I love it. Great stuff, man.
Yeah, I mean, since they switched to the Elam ending at the All-Star game, I think it actually makes it worthwhile to watch. It's more exciting. They're hitting a target as opposed to just playing out to the end, because if it's a blowout, then what the hell's the point?
Right.
But it increases the overall competitiveness and makes it, something that potentially the average fan, a casual fan, would want to watch, as opposed to, like the all-pro.
Yeah, the NFL All-Star game, which was 2 weeks ago. So boring. So boring.
Yeah. Why would you I've never watched it. I've never watched a single game of that.
Yeah.
It is utterly pointless. But today, so the gist of today's show is this. We are each going to draft individual teams, and whoever's team scores the most points wins after the All-Star game. So I'll tally the points. I'll announce the winner after this. And then if it comes down to it, we need a tiebreaker. We'll go to assists. So whose team got the most assists? And after that, we'll go to rebounds. So you have a choice, Mr. Rocha. You can either be LeBron or you can be Kevin Durant. Now, a slight change between how they did it on TNT. Instead of LeBron getting the first choice, which you normally do in a normal year, because KD is hurt.
Yeah.
They gave, LeBron starts his team with him plus a starter. So he's up 2-0 on KD. And I think it's a slightly unfair advantage.
Okay.
So whoever chooses KD will get first choice in the opening round. And then LeBron's team, or whoever chooses gets LeBron, will get first choice of the reserves.
Okay.
So do you want to be LeBron James
or
do you want to be Kevin Durant?
This is a great question you're asking me right now. I mean, the idea of which way do I want to go? Do I want to go with what a lot of people consider to be the greatest player of all time, LeBron James? Or do I go with Slim Shady over here, who loves burner phones, loves to be aloof and distant, loves to implode teams and make himself the focus of the teams, and can't handle when he's not the center guy in the spotlight, won 2 championships, but complained the whole time that fans and critics and writers didn't respect him as the alpha dog on the team. Yeah. So I think the choice is clear. I'll go with LeBron James. Of course, LeBron James. I'll take passive aggressive over burner phone aggression any day of the week. I like LeBron James. I love LeBron James. LeBron James. So I'm going with LeBron James.
All right. So you are LeBron, which means I am Kevin Durant and I have first choice.
Yeah.
So as one of your starters, then by default, you have LeBron as one of your guys.
Already I'm ahead. With your toe on the line there, costing your Nets a possible finals appearance. How are you feeling, KD, for God's sakes?
You never know. This could be what changes, the entire outcome of this. LeBron goes off. He decides he's going to get an MVP in this All-Star game and takes the reins of it. And everybody defers to him because he's LeBron. We'll find out.
It's his second to last All-Star game, in my opinion. I think he's retiring after next year. I think he's done, man. He's getting close to done, in my opinion.
He's going to play with his son. He's come hell or high water. He's playing with his son.
We'll see. We'll see.
Well, he's already said that I'll go to any team if they're the ones that are going to make this a reality.
He's got to make the team first. He can be drafted all he wants, but he's still got to make the team. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, just because he makes team doesn't mean he's got to start.
He's not even the best player on his own team right now, dude. I don't know how.
I know nothing of that stuff. So Perhaps not. I knew that he wasn't when they made their championship run like a year
Yeah.
ago or 2 years ago or something, but
Yeah.
I don't have the slightest clue how good he is now.
Yeah. We'll see.
Um,
We'll see.
okay, so I have first choice. Here are the other all-star starters that I can choose from.
Okay.
Giannis, Steph Curry,
Mm-hmm.
DeRozan, Embiid, Jokic, Morant, Tatum, Wiggins, and Young.
Yeah.
So those are the available. Now, once again, the object of this is to score the most points possible.
Right.
So with that being said, I really feel like a guy that's going to go out and try and score as many points as possible is the one and only Cameroonian, Joel Embiid. So I'm
Wow.
selecting Joel Embiid.
You son of a gun, man. I thought for sure you were going to take the Greek freak, but you took Joel Embiid. Wow. Kind of shocking there. Because you're on your team. Aren't you on your team as well, Kevin Durant?
No, he's not playing.
Because you're injured.
Yeah.
Well, that gives you an extra.
Tatum is an injury replacement for Durant in the starters.
I see. Okay. So you're going to take 29 points a game, 4 assists, and 10 rebounds.
Correct. Technically, right now, Giannis is the leading scorer in the league. So he's still out there.
Well, I need a pseudo center / power forward and a guy who is a current NBA champion. If you're going to take Joel Embiid and all the headache that comes with Joel Embiid, then I'm going to take the Greek freak who went next level last year and dragged that team kicking and screaming to an NBA championship. 28 points per game, almost 29 points per game, 6 assists, and I'll go 1 rebound higher than Joel Embiid right now, 11.3 rebounds. So I'm going to take Giannis as my center to LeBron's power forward.
Look, he's a great pick.
Oh, thanks.
It's a great. He is. I just think Joel is really wanting to put his stamp on this season and solidify his MVP standing because he wants that fucking trophy. So this could further cement it, help build his narrative. I think he is going to be driven to do that.
Yeah.
All right. So Giannis is off the board.
He is.
All right. With my next selection, we got Curry, DeRozan, Jokic, Morant, Tatum, Wiggins, Young. I think with my next selection, I'm going to go DeMar DeRozan.
Wow.
Another guy I feel like is motivated to score a boatload of points.
Okay. I mean, he is almost reborn this year, Matt. He's having some sort of renaissance. I don't know if he went all vegan as well, like Chris Paul did, but he is in a whole nother stratosphere as a player. I thought he was pretty much cooked, but he's been playing a lot better this year than he has in the past couple of years. It's great to see him in there. And he's a 5-time All-Star, so not a bad choice for you, my man. But I need some sweat. Look, if I've got Giannis and I've got LeBron, right? Giannis, not really a big emotional guy. He does get emotional, but not really led by the emotion. LeBron's a veteran now. He's the old man. He's got the cigarette hanging out.
I know where you're going.
I know where you're going. I need some spice. I need some flair. And I need some ups. And I'm not talking about Madison Square Garden silencer or Trae Young. I'm talking about Ja Morant, the guy who can dunk on a 15-foot rim. Ja Morant gets up there like nobody's business. He's bringing the fire, the flavor, the cockiness, the swagger that I like. He's going to be assisting. He's going to be rebounding. He's going to be shooting. And my man loves to play with great players. So I'm going to take Ja Morant as my next choice. 26.4 rebound. Oh, 26.4 a game.
It's a great choice. He's an excellent choice. He is. Trust me.
Why do you keep saying they're all great choices? God damn it.
Well, my fear with Ja is he just rolled his ankle. He sat out his last game. So he might be on like a, hey, I'll play, but I'm not really playing type of mentality.
Please.
I know. It's still Ja. He's going to come in and do everything. But if he's not 100%, then what's the incentive for him? He's a starter. That's kind of
to play with
pretty sweet.
That's an incentive.
Yeah. Look, you're not wrong. He's an awesome selection.
Damn right he is. All right.
Rosen,
what a shock for me. All right. Where are you going next? I think I know where you're going.
Where do you think I'm going?
I think a certain somebody who is now hosting game shows out of nowhere. A certain somebody who's welcomed his Butch Cassidy or his Sundance Kid to his Butch Cassidy. That's where I feel like you're going.
I don't believe I am.
Wow.
So
The
left
recent
on the board.
downturn is affecting your decision?
No, not at
Okay.
all.
Okay.
So we have Curry, Jokic, Tatum,
Yes.
Wiggins, and Young left.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, motivation to score the most points possible.
Yeah.
Improve. I think, oh God. There's another guy that if he was driven this way, I would definitely take.
Mm-hmm.
This one's a tough one.
Talking a
I
lot
think
of
there's
circles. You talk a lot of circles, man.
there's two worthy in my discussion. I think who is most motivated to score a boatload of points,
Mm-hmm.
I think is Jason Tatum, and that's who I'm
Wow.
selecting.
Wow. Celtics player, 3-time All-Star. Wow.
But they've changed the narrative on their season, and now he is a starter, and he wants to show that he's one of the big boys.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Jason Tatum.
What an incredible turnaround, right, by that Celtics team.
They're
figuring out the since January, locking down that defense, putting things together. Now all of a sudden they seem reborn. The East is so interesting. So, and even after that trade, even more interesting now. But if the Celtics start to become a power in the East, you've got the Heat, the Celtics, the Sixers, the Nets. There's a number of the Bulls, the Cavaliers of Frisky.
Yeah, the Cavs is 1 through 6 is I'm not sure who the best team is right now.
Yeah, and now my Wizards have launched in the stratosphere with Kristaps Porzingis.
Sure. Look, you shed Dinwiddie, who didn't seem to get along with his teammates.
Yeah.
And, Bertans, who wasn't seeing the floor for a guy that's going to play 45 games for you every year.
He was not. I think it's a great choice. It's a fantastic choice, Jason Tatum. I think it's a really nice choice. So, again, I need a little flavor. I need a little fire. But if I want to say LeBron as maybe a shooting forward, Giannis is a power forward, I need me a center.
Sure.
Who's gonna man that middle. You think I might go one way, but if we're talking about points, then I got to steer myself over to someone else who's not playing center. That's Trae Young. I need a guard to go with John Morant. Both of these guys spelling each other. They're each going to score at least 35 points in the game. I'm just putting it right there. I'm throwing it right there. Yes. 35 points each in the game. They're going to go crazy. Giannis is going to get his points. LeBron's going to get his points. I've already won this, and I haven't even gotten to my fifth player, man. It's a shame. I don't know why.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Going forward with this.
You have LeBron, who's 53 years old.
Yeah.
And last year, was in first gear for the whole game and never really got out of first gear because what's the point?
He didn't need to.
I don't think he needs to at any All-Star game.
Fair enough.
And, Giannis champion, 2-time MVP. What's the motivation? Trae Young's an excellent choice.
Damn right he is.
Because I think he is definitely motivated to score a boatload of points.
Yep.
And this could be the perfect venue for him to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take him. I have to take him. I thought you were going to take him, but I have to take him now. If he's available, you got to take Trae Young this late in the draft, for God's sakes.
Okay, so we have Jokic, we have Curry, we have Wiggins left on the board. All of them fantastic choices. I'm pretty sure I know who both of our number 3 is in that equation. So it really comes down to 2 guys. And I think one, once again, more motivated to score points. So I'm going to go Nikola Jokic.
Oh, wow. You're taking the Joker, huh?
It's if Embiid is going to try and push MVP narrative by using the All-Star game, then Jokic perhaps might be pushing the same.
I don't know, man. I don't know if that's the smart choice. But look, he's the 2021 Kia MVP. So he's a 3-time All-NBA guy and 4-time All-Star, 25, almost 26 points a game. So, and almost 8 assists per game. So you almost get a closet point guard there to help you off the elbow on the pick and rolls. This guy's a great choice.
Well, okay. So the easiest question of the day: do you want Steph Curry or do you want Andrew Wiggins?
Do I need 3 guards? I don't know, man.
Let's say
I'm going.
You're not
small.
building the proper team. You're building who's going to score the most points.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to go Steph Curry. How can I not? I gotta trust the 8-time All-Star Steph Curry. I think he's got something to say too. Because of some people been writing about his recent downturn, his form. And we've seen it before, Matt, where players discover themselves over the All-Star break and for whatever reason come back refreshed, come back more motivated, and that break really helped them. We saw that with LeBron a few years ago in Miami, how he came back from an All-Star break and was a completely different player. So it happens. So I have a feeling Steph Curry is going to show up and show out in this All-Star game so he can announce himself back to the rest of the league and the Warriors back to the rest of the league. So I'm going to take Steph Curry.
All right, so that means by default, I get Andrew Wiggins.
You do.
To close out. So our starters,
yeah.
John has LeBron, Giannis, Morant, Trae Young, and Steph Curry.
Right.
Versus mine, which is Joel Embiid, DeMar DeRozan, Jason Tatum, Nikola Jokic, and Andrew Wiggins.
A lot of rebounds. I don't know if it's a lot of points. I'm sorry. I feel bad for you, man. I feel bad.
Okay. I kind of wish our two squads could play 5-on-5 because your guys' utter lack of defense is staggering.
You don't need defense when you can pop trays from mid-court, from anywhere on the court.
I'm not sure about that.
Small ball, son.
Hypothetically, Steph, yes, but this year he's shooting 38%, so it's not like it's the 44 from years past. So
small ball, man.
That's going to reduce your spacing quite a bit there.
Yeah.
So basically, you're just saying, Giannis, can you please win us the game? And you have no answer for my twin towers of Jokic and Embiid. You have zero answer.
No. Yeah. For Jokic and Embiid, no, I have zero answer for that.
No.
That's right.
And then DeRozan and Tatum.
I mean, I have Giannis, so I kind of have some kind of an answer.
You have an answer for one.
LeBron could shut down Joker in his no problem. No problem.
Okay. I don't know if you watched LeBron play defense for a full game.
If there were stakes, LeBron could play defense with this guy.
If it was one game only, yes.
That's what we're talking about.
The best of
an All-Star game.
Yeah, if it's a regular season game or best of 7 series, he's going to take some plays off.
I think this would be a 135, 136 game. That's what it would be. I think it'd be a real.
What's it like scoring 135 points then? It's not that good, is it? Too bad you guys couldn't play defense on that last shot by DeRozan from 12 feet. It was gorgeous. All right. So I had opening selection.
You get the first
round.
pick, even? No. Okay. I get right? Okay.
You get of the reserves.
Uh-huh.
So here are the reserves you can choose from. Jarrett Allen.
Yeah.
A replacement for James Harden.
Doing really well.
He is. LaMelo Ball. Devin Booker. Jimmy Butler. Luka Doncic. Darius Garland. Rudy Gobert. Zach Levine. Chris Middleton. Donovan Mitchell. DeJounte Murray. Chris Paul. Karl Anthony Towns, and finally Fred VanVleet.
How did Vliet and Draymond Green get in there? Pretty incredible. Draymond especially, for God's sake.
I agree. Just because the games missed, I think was too large a bar personally for me.
It's quizzical.
But had he continued to play through the majority of those games that he missed, he's having a hell of a season. So I think it's worthy. It just he missed a lot of games. I put Jarrett Allen in over him.
Okay.
So I'm glad he made it eventually.
All right.
Even though they're on different conferences, but
that's true.
Here nor there.
All right. So do I get first pick here of the reserves?
You have first pick of the reserves. So will you continue this no defense trend? I've got a few ideas if that's the case. Who would be your...
I don't need you to co-select my team. I'm fine with what I'm doing because you know me, Matt Knost. I'm all about the offense. Defense wins championships, but offense wins games. Luka Doncic is my absolute choice. Lights out, all-star. It's a shock that he's not in the first tier of starters. Luka is an incredible player, and now he's been unleashed without the husk of Kristaps Porzingis holding him back. He's going to be scoring like 90 points a game. So I take Luka Doncic. I need a forward, kind of balance these guards out. My man can slide between forward and guard depending on who's on the court. So I like his versatility and his ability. 26 points a game, 9 assists, 8 rebounds. The kid can do it all.
He can. And I like that you said he shed the dead weight of Porzingis, who is now on your team. That's got to hurt. That's got to hurt.
You got to tell the truth in life. You got to tell the truth.
What is the T.S. Eliot quote? The The genius of the human brain is to have two diametrically opposed ideas and still function.
That's right.
Something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing and butchering. It's a thing of beauty to see. All right. Excellent choice. I think there's only one of two that are no-brainers of the first selections.
Yeah.
And Luka's one of them because I think feels the slight of not being a starter when he feels like he should be.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah, he's been in the MVP conversation and just came in a little out of shape and the team didn't do as well. Now he's like, I'm not a starter. F you. So I think it's a great one. The other one, I think the gentleman with the biggest chip on his shoulders, who I am choosing of my first reserves.
Yeah.
Which is the one and only Mr. Devin Booker.
Yeah. Great choice, man. I have too many guards already. And I couldn't go with Booker, but that's a great choice.
Once again, you're fielding most points. Who cares how many guards you have? You could have an entire squad of guards so long as they score the most points.
The thing is defense, right? You're talking about defense, and you need to be able to stop somebody. Not
I'm sure
defense in an all-star game, but you need to be able to stop somebody. Great choice, Devin Booker.
I just think him and CP3 were looking at him like, really? We don't have a single starter? Really? We're the best team in basketball.
Yeah.
It's not even close.
Beyond
and we don't get a starter? Okay. Fuck you. Okay. But yeah, I think Luka's under the same motivation. Those were the two, like, whoever takes one, then the other one should be off the board.
Right.
And now becomes the strategy because you've got some choices here.
Yeah.
Because then it comes down to who's going to get playing time as well.
Yeah.
So where are you going next?
This is very tough, actually. Now we've gotten into a little bit like coasting through the first four choices was fine. Now it's a matter of like, well, who's going to get playing time, and who is going to kind of make the most of their playing time, and also who does LeBron trust, right, to step into the game? Man, this is tough.
Yeah, because I can make a case as to, well, it could go a bunch of different ways.
Yeah.
For a lot of these, these players, because there are certain guys that would love nothing more than get a ton of minutes.
Yeah.
But more than likely, they're at the end of the bench and they'll get in for 5 minutes.
Yeah. See, so I think this is crazy. I'm probably going to regret this decision, but looking at everybody who's left here, I think LeBron would throw in there to see what that guy can do.
Who are you going with?
God damn, this is tough.
I know. This one's tough.
Yeah.
The right starters, now, they're going to get minutes.
And my mind is between two people. All right, I'm gonna take this. Man, this is tough. All right, I'm gonna take this chance because I feel like LeBron has a little bit of a soft spot for the cat. So I'm gonna take Karl Anthony Towns here in this slot. Now, I was looking at somebody else, but in the end, I also know LeBron likes to give back to the younger players. Cat's stuck in that situation in Minnesota for so many years. So I think he's going to get him a chance to shine a little bit here. So I'm going to take Karl Anthony Towns with this selection.
I think that's probably the safest choice left of all these.
Yeah, agreed. 24 points a game, 3 assists, almost 10 rebounds a game, but he can put it up there. And he's been all NBA. He's been a rookie of the year. He's a 3-time All-Star. I think LeBron's going to give him a chance to shine because he's not going to get a chance to shine in the playoffs playing for Minnesota. So why not?
And also, he's not up against a lot of competition at the power forward position because there's a glut of guards. So in these reserves, it's guards for days.
Yeah.
And who's going to get the most minutes of them? I don't know.
Right.
So it makes more sense here to go for some sort of big man option. But there's a couple of them like, I don't think you're going to score any points, even if you're out there. So it really leaves you because after that, it's like one of these remaining 6 guards is going to go off.
Yeah.
So it's a crapshoot.
It is.
You're trying to increase your overall odds. So I think Cat would have been my next selection. Outside of him, I guess it's all hypothetical and you're guessing like as to who's going to get more playing time.
Right.
I'd love to go one, but he's iffy on the game itself, even though he said he's going to play. So I guess I'm going to go Jimmy Butler.
Ooh, that was my other. That's the two. I was battling between Butler and Karl Anthony Towns because I have a feeling like Butler would, like, if Butler said, "I put me in a game," LeBron would not be like, "Oh, I don't think so." I think he'd be absolutely, yeah, sure, go in there. I don't want to get into a fight. So, great choice, man.
Yeah, there's a couple other guys who I'm like, I'm pretty sure you're going to play quite a bit, but at forward position, because
Yeah.
it's so guard heavy on both conferences this year, there's a better chance you're going to get more minutes
Yeah.
with a forward. All right, so you have next selection. Quick rundown: who's left? Jarrett Allen, LaMelo Ball. Let's see: Darius Garland, Rudy Gobert, Zach Levine, Chris Middleton, Donovan Mitchell, DeJounte Murray, Chris Paul, and Fred VanVleet. Who would you like next?
How incredible is it that it's LaMelo, not Lonzo, that we're talking about? I mean, what a difference. Never overestimate the middle kid syndrome. It's a real thing. It's a real
Well,
thing.
he's the youngest.
Is he the
LaMelo.
youngest? I thought it
Yeah.
was the middle. Who's the middle?
LiAngelo is the middle.
Oh, right. I forgot about LiAngelo. Oh,
Yeah,
jeez.
Lonzo, LiAngelo, and LaMelo. Well, look, 2 out of his 3 kids are legitimate NBA starters.
You're right. You're right about
It's
that.
not bad. The other one can't really make a squad, but still, 2 out
Yeah.
of 3 that's really impressive.
I don't know. I got a crazy feeling about Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
I mean, he's playing, right? There's no
Yeah, he is playing,
issues. There's no injury issues.
as far as I know.
And I like Donovan, man. I mean, it was nice to be in the land of forwards, but I have to swing back to the guards where I feel the safest in terms of the most points. I like Donovan averaging almost 26 points a game, 5 assists, almost 4 rebounds a game. I like him. He's playing well for the Jazz this year. So, and he's been there at All-Star game a number of times, been there 3 times, so he knows how it goes. And I have a feeling LeBron will give Donovan some space to do his thing. So I'm going to take Donovan.
Quite possibly. And the Jazz have been in a bit of a free fall. So between him and Gobert, maybe they're going to use this platform to prove that they're the better of the two. I don't know.
Why not?
Yeah, all eyes on them. It's a solid selection.
Yeah.
They, like we said, with the guards, they're 2 names that jump off. I think they're going to get a lot of time. I don't think they're going to score a lot of points.
Fair.
So that is the name of the game on this one. So immediately you can strike a couple from there and be like, I don't think you're going to score much. I'm not sure you're going to score much.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take a chance here.
Ooh.
Oh man, but he was selected late.
You sure you're going to take a chance?
Amongst, yeah, it seems early to take the chance, but at the same time, if you go too safe, what's the point?
Oof. Yeah.
What's the point? I think with the glut of guards, I think I'm
Before you select, can we take a quick break to give you a little extra time? This
Why?
Jeremy Bowers comment. I don't think John doesn't know that LeBron doesn't die to his playing. I know, but Monty Williams is the one deciding things. But let me tell you something. LeBron decides who plays on his own team. LeBron decides who plays on his all-star team, son. So Monty is nice, but don't think LeBron isn't influencing who the hell is playing in the game with LeBron. So just schooling you a little bit there, Jeremy, on that comment. But anyway, all right, go ahead.
Very well. Yeah, I'm sure he'll have input, to say the very least.
Yeah, input. Yeah.
All right. All right, I'm going to take a chance. I'm not sure how much he's going to play. That's the problem. But I'm gonna take a chance. I'm gonna take Zach Levine.
Wow. It took this long for you to take a chance on your own guy?
Well, because he's having knee trouble, and he said,
Yes.
"I'm gonna play in the game," and he's out.
Let's say that.
He's out here to see a specialist. He's gonna, do the 3-point shootouts, and if he is cleared to play, I think he's gonna get some buckets.
Right.
So I'll take the chance. I will take the chance.
Well, we're taking Draymond Green off the board, right? Because he's injured. He's not playing, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So
DeJounte Murray took Draymond's.
Yeah.
Draymond's position, just like Jared Allen took James Harden's.
Ooh, DeJounte Murray is tempting, man.
Mm-hmm.
First All-Star game replacing Draymond Green. He's going to want to show some things.
Yeah, there's a couple of those guys.
I can't go with him. I just can't do it. Oh, James Harden. Nope. He's injured. He will not play.
Yeah, he's holding himself out until after the All-Star break. Hamstring.
I think it's also to not get jeered at or anything like that. Also, he's probably gets skewered if he shows up at the All-Star game. The guy's going to give him all kinds of shit. Although, did you see that video of him teaching Embiid the European drop step? That was hilarious.
Yeah, and then Embiid tried it in last night's game and got called for a travel because it's a fucking travel. Even when Harden does it, I don't care. Once you establish a pivot foot and then jump off of that pivot foot, that is a travel.
Oh, that was so much fun watching Embiid trying to use those big legs and trying to do what James is doing. That was fun. Damn, there's some tough choices here, bro. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. This is like the 10th round of an NBA, NFL All-Star, NFL draft. Rather, it's like it's frustrating. Fuck it, let's go. LaMelo Ball. Let's do it. I wanted to take Darius Garland. Like a piece of me wants to cheer for the underdog. I love Darius' first appearance. He's been doing great for the Cavs. But I also think LaMelo, he is hungry to show what he can do. And he's the rookie of the year. So I don't know. 21 rookie of the year. So I got to see what he can do here in an all-star game. I got a feeling he's going to shine.
100%. I just don't know how much he's going to score.
Yeah, true.
That being said, there are two guys where I'm like, I'm not sure who's going to score the most.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to have opportunity because they're going to be out on the floor. LaMelo was one. CP3 was the other. I'm taking CP3.
Oh, yo. As LeBron James, I'm officially pissed that he took my banana boat friends.
Yes.
But all right, fine.
He'll be out there. I don't know how much he's shooting, but he will be on the court enough to legitimize that pick. All right, so CP3 is off the board. We have Jarrett Allen.
Yeah.
Darius Garland, Rudy Gobert, Chris Middleton, DeJounte Murray, and Fred VanVleet.
Oof.
That is who is left.
Boof.
So you got Jarrett Allen, Darius Garland, Rudy Gobert, Chris Middleton, DeJounte Murray, Fred VanVleet.
I don't imagine Gobert's going to get much playing time.
You say that, and then 2 years ago, he fucking crushed me. So
that's true. That's a good point.
It's out of nowhere. The Gobert went in, and he had like 18 points. It was ridiculous. And you're like, fucking Rudy Gobert in an all-star game? And just was cleaning up all the rebounds because nobody's really trying in those earlier quarters and just swung the outcome of the game. So
I think, you know what? I want to put a little hex on Matt Knost, so I'm going to take Rudy Gobert. I'm going to take Gobert. Him and Mitchell might come in together. Of course, it's not really going to happen. Who knows? But I like the idea of Gobert on the team now. I think he's going to get some points. As you said, him and Mitchell want to prove something to the NBA and kind of show up and show out as Utah Jazz players. That's tough. That was a tough choice.
That is a tough choice. All right, so Rudy Gobert is off the board.
That's a chance I just took. All
right, I'm going. Oh, man. All right, I'm going Fred VanVleet.
Wow. I'm shocked.
We'll see. It's crapshoot time with the guards.
Yeah.
Who's going to play and who's not? I don't know. VanVleet's got a championship. He's a veteran.
Yeah.
All the guys know him.
Yeah.
There's a better chance that his coach is going to play him more minutes. I don't know, though. I don't know. We'll find out. It's a chemistry thing. It's the guys want him out there. Everybody seems to like Freddie V. So
True.
So I'm going VanVleet.
Okay.
So you got a choice. Where are you going next?
Just like I said earlier, now that he's still available, I got to take the young kid who wants to prove Cleveland isn't any kind of fluke. I got to take Darius Garland here. Almost 20 points a game, eight assists a game. That's a lot on the team. So who knows? Is his first All-Star appearance? He's going to want to kind of impress some people.
Yeah.
And it's LeBron's team. He's got a soft spot for Cavaliers players. It's the land. So I'm going to take Darius Garland.
Yeah, I think it was between him and VanVleet.
Yeah.
So
I'm surprised you went to VanVleet, but all right.
Scoring wise, I think I'd take VanVleet, and then he may have the trust of his coach a little bit more to get more playing time. I don't know.
Sure.
but it is in Cleveland. So there could be this, sentimentality of, well, the hometown guy needs to play more.
I'm just saying.
You could work out in your favor.
We shall
I
see.
don't know. Maybe that offsets if Gobert doesn't have that great a game, but Garland, because he's playing in his home ground, goes crazy.
It's true.
It's entirely possible. So we have Jared Allen, we have Chris Middleton, and we have DeJounte Murray.
Oh my God,
left.
Jared Allen is still left.
Yes. Of course, Jared Allen is left.
All right. Who you got? Who are you taking? Wolf, man.
I mean, DeJounte's got the best chance of scoring more points, but I think he's going to get the least amount of minutes.
Yeah.
Of anybody out there. So I guess I'll go Middleton here. I'm going to take Chris Middleton.
All right. I think that's a solid choice. Of those 4 that are left, that's a solid choice.
All right. So you got Jared Allen. We've got DeJounte Murray. We've got Fred VanVleet.
No, you took VanVleet.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not Fred VanVleet. Yeah. DeJounte Murray and Jared Allen.
It's just those two.
Correct.
Oh, then I got to go Jared Allen. Because like you said, it's in Cleveland. I just said about the land. LeBron. He's taken James Harden's place. So I think they want to give him even more minutes to kind of shove it in the face of James Harden. So, yeah, I got to take Jared Allen here.
Good. Yeah. It's nice. You're kind of hedging your bets.
Yeah.
If Garland isn't the one that goes off in Cleveland, then maybe it's Jared Allen because it can be a lob fest, and guy loves catching lobs and throwing them down.
He does.
So,
plus he averages 11 rebounds, so he'll be catching those rebounds and tossing them up.
And it's not like you need every one of these guys to go off for 30 points.
Right.
Just like if Jared Allen gets you 12 points, that's awesome. So here are our official teams.
Yeah, break it down, man.
We are finished with the draft. John, drafting as LeBron, has LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Ja Morant, Trae Young, and Steph Curry as his starters. And it reserves Luka Doncic, Karl Anthony Towns, Donovan Mitchell, LaMelo Ball, Rudy Gobert, Darius Garland, and Jared Allen.
That's at least 250 points for one team.
We'll see. If it's that lopsided, I might just retire this little gimmick I got going. My team is Joel Embiid, DeMar DeRozan, Jason Tatum, Nikola Jokic, Andrew Wiggins for my starters. And my reserves, Devin Booker, Jimmy Butler, Zach Levine, CP3, Fred VanVleet, Chris Middleton, and DeJounte Murray. So there it is. It will come down to whose team scores the most points, and then if we're somehow tied after points, we'll go to assists. That's where the difference of maybe CP3 and you having LaMelo. If one of them ends up having a ton of assists, and then if somehow we're tied after assists, we'll go to rebounds.
Oh my God.
And yeah, there's never in a million years
on there.
I don't think so. You have Cat, you have Gobert, and you have Jared Allen. Yeah. I think you'll get, although I do have Embiid and Jokic.
That's what I'm saying. Those guys are going to get 20 rebounds each.
But yeah, whoever scores the most points
wins
the grand prize, which I'll tell you about after I win this. So, and then if you win, there was never a prize. So there it is.
No surprise. No fucking surprise.
I just got to figure out what that prize is.
Is this double or nothing off the NBA, off our NFL bet?
That it came within basically a quarter of you owe me $5.
That's true.
We were winning the second half or the first half of that, and I was like, I might get my $5, and then we lost the second half, and I lost my $5. And
Jeremy brings up an interesting point. Tatum winning MVP first year of the new Kobe Bryant trophies. Who he's going to want that? That's true. Jason,
him and Booker, and I got them both.
Yeah, it's true. They may be both extra motivated.
It's
going to be fun. I think this is a good lineup for both of us. There's certainly chances for 2 or 3 kind of quiet ones to go off and other ones to kind of really go off. So,
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. You never know, though, because it could just be that one random player all of a sudden goes off and they have 22 points.
Yeah.
And you were anticipating them playing 3 minutes. You're like, son of a gun. There it is. That swung the whole entire affair.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we shall see. I like both of our teams. I think it's fairly even. There have been other years where I've done this and been like, this seems weighted one direction over the other.
Well, that speaks to the quality going on right now in the NBA, man. I mean, it seems like a second, or not second. I think it seems like another golden age of phenomenal talent that is coming in. I mean, LeBron's almost on his way out. KD's still hanging on a little bit, but we're seeing all these young guys coming in at like John Morant coming in and just absolutely exploding the league and not being overwhelmed by the situation. Trae Young doing his thing last year in the playoffs. Like, it's great. I'm loving it. And so it's been great. It's been fun to watch, and I'm certainly going to enjoy the last couple of months of the season before we get into these playoffs, because the playoffs are going to be straight fire, man. Straight fire.
Yeah, hopefully so. For the first time in a long time, if everything holds as it is now, the East is actually going to be the better conference, and just to watch as a viewer, where it's been consistently the West for the past 20 years.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about that because the West seems exceedingly lopsided. There's 3 teams that are good, and everybody else doesn't seem to be in their league. In the East, I couldn't tell you who the best team is right now. Technically, I guess Milwaukee would be my choice.
Right.
But they're not even, in the top 3. So
yeah,
they've got the championship, they've got the pedigree. If they can shore up their center position, because Lopez still isn't playing, but there's the buyout market, and who knows what they do. Although now with Connaughton being hurt and they just traded out DiVincenzo, perhaps they're now hampered and they're not the favorite. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
Any snubs here in your mind from him? I saw some people complain about Bridges and Drew Holiday, but do you feel like this is a good crew of starters and reserves?
Well, I think what everybody points out when general public starts pulling for one person saying this was a snub. Okay, well then who are you taking out?
Right.
And I think across the board, it's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Selections. I wouldn't have Wiggins as a starter personally.
I agree with you on that. I was really surprised by that. Yeah.
It's they've got a strong fan base, and then they have some sort of a brand ambassador internationally, but he's a Korean pop star, saying he's got how many ever fans, and they all voted and it helped boost his numbers or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have had Tatum a starter, but then they've been playing so well since all of that was shuffled around. It's like, okay, well, it's kind of hard to deny.
It's true
that he definitely deserves to be in this game. But yeah, if you were going to take somebody out, well, that's fine. You could put someone in, but this is a solid list.
Yeah, even DeJounte Murray, who was our last pick, has been killing it for San Antonio. So, I mean, 19.6 points, 9 assists. I mean, this is pretty incredible stuff for this guy, man. So he's not some scrub they've thrown in right at the end there. Best of the world. He's actually damn good.
Yeah, and it speaks to the point that you just brought up, the depth of the league.
Yep.
Because on a team that has no real championship aspirations, they have an all-star. I like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander on OKC.
Yeah.
I think he's awesome.
Yep.
New Orleans has been coming on strong. I guess you could, make a case for Brandon Ingram.
I guess you could.
Yeah, it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
There are many deserving people out there,
Yeah.
If the Wizards were playing better and Beal was playing better, you still got Brad Beal out there. Dame is hurt.
Dame's hurt.
Yeah,
right.
But if Dame wasn't hurt, then he'd be in this mix and discussion.
Right. If Russell played his cards right, he could have been in this discussion. Unfortunately, he did.
Yeah, AD, had he not been hurt all this time,
right?
Because the fan vote was strong enough to where he might have been able to sneak his way into, reserve along those lines. So there's a tremendous amount of talent and depth in the league.
Yeah.
But there we go. So I will tweet out the results. Whoever wins after the game is over, I will tally up the total points.
Yeah. Obviously, if he wins, he's going to tweet it out immediately at 10 a.m. 11 a.m. If I lose,
I'll put it out.
If he loses, he'll put it out at 1 a.m.
I'll put it out Monday morning after the game is done so that it gets the most traction.
All right.
Win or lose, hell or high water.
Okay.
I will own up to it.
I'll keep you to that.
Not a problem. I got to be up early on Monday, so that tweet will be sent out bright and early on Monday morning.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
All right. Well, that is it for today's All-Star Draft show. Successful drafting by you, Team
You
LeBron.
too. Thank you, Team Katie.
And anything you want to plug, promote, tell the people about before we get out of here?
Yeah, real quick, just come and follow me at The Rocha Says on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and the Outlaw Nation on Twitch. Doing some watch alongs. Maybe I'll get a hair up my ass and do an NBA All-Star watch along, just kind of monitor the points for myself. Now that I've done this draft, I hadn't even thought about doing that, but it could be a lot of fun. So the Outlaw Nation, rather, on Twitch, the Outlaw Nation there. And, my YouTube channel, youtube.com/John Rocha Says. Got the Geek Buddies on there, Jedi Way, and the John and Wendy Show, and, of course, Strong Style, the professional wrestling show we do on there. So come and hang out and do all of that and the Cinephiles podcast. And, of course, the top 10 that I co-host with Matt Knost. There you go.
There you go. Hit him up. Follow any of those shows. He has a show for varying tastes out there.
Yeah.
Wrestling and movies and everything under the sun.
Yeah.
And game time on Mondays.
Yes. Whenever we feel like doing the show. That's more of a kind of let's see how we feel show. Because it's been tough booking people getting more and more busy, and it's just getting harder and harder to book people to talk sports. So, can't do it as consistently as I would like, but yeah.
All right. Well, make sure you follow him at The Rocha Says. And that is it for Dropping Dimes this week. You can follow me at Matt Knost. We'll see you guys next week with a brand new edition. Actually, I'm sorry. I apologize. I am going to be gone next week, and I'm not going to pre-tape a show for you just because I'm not going to have the time, and I'm also not going to travel with my gear. So I am taking 1 week off, but I'll be back the week after that, the first in-season break I've ever taken. So hopefully you guys don't miss me too much, and that is it. See you guys in 2 weeks. Until then, stay safe out there. Adios.